Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in to the Ride Life podcast. This episode is sponsored by Matt from Burntupwoodburning, who specializes in making custom wood plaques. Check him out on Instagram at burntupwoodburning and go find that last piece you need to finish up the man cave or perfect your garage. Nothing better than a one-of-a-kind specialty.
And you'll be supporting a local motorcycle rider and a local business. Also, go give the Ride Life podcast, the Ride Life Brian, and the Ride Life Jim a follow on Instagram. Subscribe on YouTube at the Ride Life podcast. Thanks for all your support and enjoy this new episode.
Hey everyone, we're back, the Ride Life podcast, and it is Friday night. And we usually do our recordings on Sunday night so we can get them out to you guys for Tuesday. But my co-host, my partner in crime, Jim down in Rhode Island is, well, what are you doing? You training? Are you getting a new job? What's the deal?
So before, I'm going down. So I'm staying with the same company, but I'm switching to they call it Home Depot Final Mile. So I deliver from the Home Depot lumber distribution to the stores. Now I'll deliver from the stores to job sites and homes. So I got to go down. I got to go. We're leaving tomorrow afternoon. We're driving down to Columbia, South Carolina. I got training Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday on the Moffat, and then I'm either going to Charlotte or Hartford. Fingers crossed, I'm going to Hartford. But it's probably looking more like Charlotte because there's a lot of different like paperwork. So the way that we run loads now, everything's out of our phone and we have the electronic logs and all that. So you got to learn all the paperwork and all the process and all that. So I'll get my forklift license, get another skill under me. So it'll be good.
So you need a forklift license, or is that just a Home Depot thing?
Yeah, you have to be certified to run that Moffat for them.
Really? So you're saying I've been doing it illegal the last few summers because I run it's not a Moffat, but it's a forklift on the back of the flatbed, and I deliver the blocks and stuff.
I think it's more of like Home Depot and our company. So our company, like their biggest thing is like safety and training. Like, if you've been in a truck for 25 years and you come to our company, you still got to go out for a week, bare minimum a week.
Yeah.
You do like a paper orientation, and then they want to take you out on road tests and maneuvers and things like that. Make sure you can function. So safety's huge. If you're like a guy who went to a school and got a CDL but has no experience, it's 2 weeks.
Yeah, I can see
and
that.
Then you got to go out with a trainer after that. So you got to go out with a trainer for 3 weeks after that.
Jeez, truck driving's no joke, huh?
Jeez. No, I mean like we joke around and we say stuff like you see shit like drivers get really lazy, but listen, if you're rolling down the road 75,000 pounds, you need to know what the hell you're doing. You can't be a moron.
Yeah, well, for 25 plus years, I just drove a tractor trailer, but fruit and produce delivering. It wasn't that heavy. And then I went and worked delivering dirt and gravel, and that is some heavy shit. You leave out of the pit 77,000 pounds. That's some serious weight. So, yeah.
Yeah, and you know what it's like too. Like guys get impatient too because like that truck, it doesn't always want to move.
No.
Like people are honking at you, people are like trying to cut you off, and it's like, listen, you got the pedal to the floor, it doesn't move. If you're not patient, if you're a dink, if like you can really, kill multiple people if you want to start, road raging and driving like an idiot, or if you're just a careless driver, you're not checking your mirrors and changing lanes and whipping out, and it's so I get it.
You're supposed to check your mirrors every 3 or 8 seconds. What is it? I forget.
I was told 8.
Yeah, okay. I knew 3 and 8 were in my head as a number, so I knew. Yeah.
Yeah. You should constantly be glancing at them, checking them. You always want to know who's around you. But yeah, so safety's huge. And in the Moffat, like I'll be delivering anything that can come, like pellets, shingles, wallboard, lumber loads, insulation's not so bad, but like you want to make sure, like, hey, you got this guy, he's at somebody's house pulling this stuff off, that he's going to be safe and responsible. You
Yeah,
know?
and that Moffat, it's a little tricky too. It took me a while to get used to it. It's kind of a pain in the ass to get it back on the back of the truck. That takes a little skill. But then, like, so you go make a delivery, and these people live on a kind of a busy road, and you can't back into their driveway because you don't want to go over their grass and get stuck in the forklift. So it gets kind of stressful because you got to go out in traffic, and then you see a car coming. You got to try to get your forks into the pallet without going through the pallet. Yeah, so it's fun. You'll have fun.
So they got we're pretty much running all 579 day cabs with 10-foot stacks on them.
Oh shit, yeah.
So they look, I mean, those trucks are awesome. Like they turn on a dime, and you know, the transmissions they put in those are really nice. They're still autos, but it's a 13 speed, and like it'll chug a 75,000 pound load. It'll roll.
Yeah.
You know, so it's a really nice setup. But it's funny with those 10-foot stacks on it to see what it looks like. But they do that so we can get down all these weird places. Like I talked to a couple guys. He's like, dude, I had these people that live down a dirt road, and I had to like blindside into their driveway and back down the driveway.
I've had some serious adventures. You gotta take down some tree branches, and you gotta watch out for power lines. But yeah, it'll be fine. I like delivering to houses because it's a different thing every day. It's not like you're backing up to the same loading dock every day.
Oh, definitely, dude. Like there's some stores, like most of the stores we dealt with were good. I'd say 95% of them are good. But like, oh, if you go to Taunton and you go at 2-3 o'clock, it's awesome. But if you go at 6 o'clock, it's horrible. It's stuff like that. It's just, and you end up dealing with the same people every day, which can be good because you can build a good relationship. But those ones that are terrible, you just dread going to them.
Yeah, yeah. That's why I opt to just not even work anymore. So
I don't blame you.
I'm just kidding. We know our buddy Jack just went back to work truck driving, so I hope he's doing all right. He's getting back in the swing of things and behind the wheel. But anyways, tonight's the night, Jim. We're giving away the plaque from Burnt Up Wood Burning and some Ride Life podcast swag, some stickers. I guess the swag.
You got it all there? You got it all there next to you?
No, you think I'm that prepared? Come on.
Hey, listen. We're still working the kinks out on this podcast.
Yeah, I have the list of people that entered, so it's gonna get cut off soon. I don't think there's anybody else entering. The commenting has come to a halt. But whatever. Hey, it was pretty good for our first giveaway. We're gonna give away some cool stuff, and hey, it was fun. And yeah, but Jim, I don't know what you got for weather down there coming up, but we're in winter storm watch right now.
I wanted to ask you about this. So I went up to Biddeford, Maine today, and I was looking at all the signs up there, like winter storm tomorrow, winter storm tomorrow. I'm like, oh no,
Yeah,
oh no,
not good. Because today was like 55 degrees, and I was able to take the Dyna and the FXR out at right after one another. So I got to do some riding today, not that much, but it was weird. So last year I had the Dyna, had the FXR obviously, but I never really got to ride them right, one after another. So today I took the Dyna out for a good rip, did some burnouts, a couple little wheelies, just ripping around, having fun on that thing. And then I got back, and I'm going to take the FXR out for a little rip because I put a new front motor mount in it. I wanted to make sure to see if that even did anything, which it made a huge difference. That Drag Specialties front motor mount, way better than the Alloy Art one. So, what I was going to say is when I got back to the garage, I was thinking to myself, I think the Dyna was more fun. It was faster, twin cam, Evo. It was a little quicker. It felt tighter, but the FXR still handled better, I think. And, it was just cool to have both of them, I guess.
Well, for the people that are tuning in and like the refresher, that 2003 gunmetal pearl dyno was supposed to be Brian's winter build. I think you got that bike in what, September, and it was built by October.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you didn't really get a chance to ride it because it got so cold like fast. It really flipped up there like really
Yeah.
quick.
Like it does. I got to ride it one day. We went up to the mountains, but it wasn't even fully done. It didn't have the right exhaust on it. The wheels weren't done. It was still in its early stages. But yeah, well, we call it a build, but it wasn't a build. It was an
It was
accessory
the
Brianized.
it was the parts installed.
Oh yeah, it was supposed to be the Thrash and Supply OEM Plus, but that went out the window quick when I didn't want the turn signals anymore. And it's a fun bike. I'm gonna ride that bitch a lot this summer.
Yeah, I'd imagine just the motor in it makes a big difference. But I mean, I've never ridden your FXR. I've never ridden any FXR, but everybody says, man, they handle unbelievable.
You can
So
definitely tell just going from the Dyna to the FXR. It's a difference, which is pretty cool. But I made a purchase the other day, Jim. I went down to my favorite store, and which store is that?
Harbor Freight.
Oh, I love Harbor Freight, and the guy, I thought I talked fast. This kid at the register, holy dude, this kid could talk fast. He conned me into buying I think they call it the ITC club. It's like the Harbor Freight club where you got to pay $30 for the year, and you get all sorts of discounts. So I saved more than $30 on my recent purchase. So it's like I got it for free. So it looks like I'm going to be shopping at Harbor Freight a little bit more this year.
The thing is about Harbor Freight, right? Like, so for the guy like me or you that, we're like a weekend warrior in the garage, we tinker around, right? We're not putting our tools through like the rigors of like a shop every day, be it a motorcycle shop or a car shop, right? So Harbor Freight's got some really good stuff for guys like us. And a
Sure.
lot of people will talk about it and say, that's shit, but like, listen, I've had another brand that people dumped on. I've had a set of Craftsman box wrenches for fucking 20 years, and they're awesome. Like there's nothing wrong with them. Like, I'm not working them all day, every single day, but they're there when I need them.
What can possibly go wrong with a friggin' box wrench? I mean, come on.
No, but you know what I'm saying. Like, I'm just throwing sockets. I got an old. It's a Black and Decker drill, man. I use it every day for work now. Winding straps. I hooked it up with like a socket on it, and I built like the strap winder with a bolt and stuff like that. So that Black and Decker thing, it's held up for 2 years of every single day use.
No, that's cool.
Of doing.
Well, Harbor Freight, they used to only sell the Pittsburgh brand.
Yeah.
But now they sell the Icon stuff, and that is a lot better. I picked up some Icon. What are they like the drawing a blank? Oh, the Torx bits.
Okay. Yep.
Picked up some of those. But my big purchase was what I'm trying to get to is the Harbor Freight motorcycle tire changer thingamajob. I don't even know what they call it, but I only bought it so I could break the beads on the motorcycle tires. So what I'm saying is, you want to come up and get your tires put on the Street Glide, I might be able to do it.
Yeah, it's time. It's time.
Yeah.
Does it actually reseat the tire and everything?
No, well, see, that's the thing. The way I do it, I just needed it to break the bead because I could never break the bead before. And trying to break the bead, I used to like run over it with the truck tire, and I tried all sorts of different things. But so
sounds precise.
Yeah. So if this thing works, I can break the bead, use my my spoons, get the tire off, and then what I do is to get the tire back on is I just use the zip tie method. I wrap a bunch of zip ties around it, squeeze it in together, put a little baby powder down, and it pops right on.
The baby powder, huh?
Yeah, a little baby powder because it's slippery, but it doesn't. It kind of makes a mess, but it doesn't get. It's not like soapy water. It works. So yeah, baby powder. That's a little tip. Pro tip.
That's a pro tip from Brian. That's solid.
Yeah, but I'm excited because I don't know if I told you, the Dyna tires, they're dated 03, so they're 22 years old. 22.
Maybe
Yeah,
it's time.
yeah. It's dry rotted. When
Maybe it's time.
I try to go do rolling burnouts, I can see the front tires kind of. It's so just dry rotted and slippery. It's not holding me back.
We know a guy who wouldn't ride that bike like that.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, I've probably put up to the mountains that time. I put 100 miles on it probably. So
Um, I really, dude, I've had tires here for 2 years and haven't been able to get them put on. Like it's
I know
pathetic. So I can't really talk shit. But
what I you've had them for 2 years already. Jeez, we gotta get those.
yeah,
Let's get them put on this winter. I mean this summer.
right. I don't know. I got some bungees. I'll put them. I'll put the backrest on. I'll sit them around the bike. I'll bungee them and I'll just ride up.
Yeah, be like the Michelin Man. Come on up.
Yeah, for sure. I still can't believe you're getting fucking snow. Are you supposed to get like real snow? Like,
I've given up on even watching the weather. My phone says winter storm warning, and it it's gonna be a couple inches, but it's gonna be cold. It's not.
yeah, it's gonna be cold. It's gonna be rainy, like mushy, slushy, snowy. Like, yeah. So it's gonna rain. Saturday, Sunday, Monday here, then again like Wednesday and Friday, which is a shame that I won't be pulling tarps in that weather and I'll be in South Carolina where it's 80. So
Yeah.
I took this job. I accepted it on Monday, and there's a kid that I work with, and when I was in training, I was talking to him through like they have like a Facebook group, and he's like, "This is where I'm at, and it's awesome." And I found out he's from Rhode Island and stuff, and me and him talk every day because we're on the same. We both work days. And I was like, listen, I'm like, here's the deal. Like, it's kind of more money and it's kind of better hours. Like, yeah, we gotta be there every day at 5:30. But I'm like, dude, I'm in at 5 anyways.
Yeah.
Um, there's no tarps at all. None. And these guys that I know are like texting me. They're like, dude, it's 1 o'clock. I'm going home. It's 2 o'clock. I'm going home. And I'm like, I'm trying to catch my last load. Like no tarp. So no more like frozen icy loads, like no soaking, raining, so, and
So
it's more money.
so when I got pellets delivered from Home Depot, they came on a pallet with like plastic already wrapped on that individual pallet. Is that how they
Yep.
do it then? Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what they do. So the pellets, they're shipped like that. So they're shipped on a pallet, but you can buy from Home Depot. You can buy half a pallet, and the poor guy has to go out and find an empty pallet, stack it, and wrap it.
That's
If you buy one of the I don't know how many pellets are on an actual pallet that gets shipped in, but I don't know, call it 30 bags. You buy 30 bags, they can just drive over and put it on the truck.
Yeah.
If you buy 15, they got to take one, break it down, and do it. So it'll be all that kind of stuff. It won't be like windows or anything like that.
Yeah, I get you. Let's talk about Laconia. So
All right.
there's going to be an FXR show, and it's the same day as our barbecue. But the FXR show is from like 8 in the morning to 10 o'clock, so 8 to 10. So it's perfect. So I'll be able to go to the FXR show. I'll get home by 11:30. Our barbecue starts at like 2ish, so be good to go. So anybody that wants to go to the FXR show, still go to that, and then come over to the barbecue.
Yeah, I remember you went last year. It was kind of cold, wasn't it?
Oh,
That day.
It was really cold in the morning. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it didn't really warm up. So hopefully get a little better weather this year, because I don't know. You know what? I was thinking today. It was 55 degrees. I'm like, I gotta just stop being such a pussy and go ride.
I feel the same way.
Instead of just sitting in my house doing nothing, I'm just gonna go ride.
Yeah, well, you're home too, so you got like the peak hours. Like I get home like today, I had to clean the truck out and stuff like that, and try to make it look presentable. And I didn't get home till like 4:45, and like I'm in all my work clothes. I'm filthy. I want to come in and take a shower, and then like this time of year, by the time you do that, it's 5:45. And it's like the sun's going down. It's not really that warm anymore, and I'm making excuses. And I'm like, yeah, but it is true. And I let it eat up at me. But like in June, if I come home at 5:30, 6 o'clock, the sun's up till 9. It stays really nice and warm and toasty, and it's a good night.
Yeah, sometimes
but
yeah,
not in Laconia.
No, we're gonna do some riding this year. The weekend 2-day trips. The only thing that sucks, like I kind of wish. I mean, I probably still can, but like I got to wear that sleep apnea friggin' machine every night when I sleep.
Yeah.
So for me to go camping is kind of a pain in the balls because I got to bring a little generator and like I have the jackery thing,
Okay.
and yeah, so I can charge my phone. I can plug in my little sleep machine, and I don't know. It's just kind of a pain in the ass. So it kind of kills the vibe for me to go camping, which I'd love to do it. If it looks
Camping's the
cool.
best.
Yeah, I mean, I was always against camping, but I was watching some videos today. Guys riding their bikes and they just find a campsite, pull up the tent, wake up in the morning next to a river, have a little coffee, jump back on the bike. I mean, sounds
Yeah.
pretty damn good to me.
Camping's a blast if you got like a handful of people and like like you're riding all day like you said, and then you come back, you cook food over an open fire, or like you got yourself like a little metal plate and you let it heat up and you cook on that, and
Yeah,
then you just hanging out by talking about bikes or whatever. That's the
yeah.
best. I love it. I love
Well,
it.
that's why like these campouts got so big because it's fun. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's a
Riding,
good time.
camping, hanging out by the fire with your buddies. Like, hello, sign me up.
Yep. Hey, you brought up Laconia. What's up with Rick Petco at Laconia Harley Davidson?
Is he coming?
So Rick Petco is now there is an affiliation through it's the owner, it's the group, the great what is it, Great American that owns Laconia Harley Davidson. And he's gonna be doing like I don't know if he's gonna be doing frame up custom builds for people, but he's gonna be building custom parts and doing whatever there. Let me see if I
Really?
can find it again. Yeah, I just thought of it. I wasn't gonna bring it up tonight, and you mentioned Laconia, and I was like, that dude's gonna be there, and I, I like if there was someone that you were gonna love on that show, it was Rick Petco.
Yeah.
You
Um,
know,
I think Laconia and I think the dealership near me. I think they're all there's a bunch of them owned all together. They're all sister. But how far is so Lewiston, Auburn, L.A. Harley Davidson? I know this podcast doesn't come out until Tuesday morning, but they're having a stunt show tomorrow. Rain, snow, it is happening. So I, I might take the hour 45-minute ride, go up and check out a stunt show tomorrow in the snow.
so Lewis and Auburn is definitely up there a little bit.
Yeah,
Um, Auburn, I've been there. I can't give you an exact, but it's got to be a couple hours from you, anyways.
yeah. I just said hour and 45 minutes from me.
Yeah, I would
So,
say yeah.
but yeah, when
So
Rick Petcock, he was just on with Senior. You ever watch Paul Senior on YouTube?
I have not.
He's pretty funny. Him and this old guy Jim, they're putting together bikes. They just did a biker build off with Bikes and Beards. Is that his name? Damn, Biker Beards and Biker. I think his name is Sean. His name's Sean. I know that, but and he built this god friggin' ugly Triumph thing, and Senior built this Honda metric cruiser, and he put a different tank on it. And so, all right, Jim, what are you looking
All
at?
right, so I got
You,
this.
you,
I got the Petco stuff.
do your goddamn research before the show.
I did. I saved the information. I just had to go look it up and find it. So
Right.
Petco, it's American Road Group. So it's American Road Group's got to be who owns it. Scanning over talks about like his beginnings and all that. So Petco is partnering with Laconia Harley Davidson to build your custom and one of a kind motorcycle. Um, his unique Rick Petco's customizing capabilities include, but are not limited to, full custom builds, full restorations on vintage bikes, custom welding and fabrication, chrome services, powder coat services, and that. So I don't know if that's going to be something that he's actually going to physically be in New Hampshire doing that at Laconia Harley Davidson, or it's going to be, hey, I want Rick Petco to do this, and then it gets sent to Pennsylvania and he does it out there.
Yeah, because he's got his own shop, right?
Well,
Obviously.
it says he's working with American Road Group, so maybe it's a little bit of both.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I even follow him on Instagram, so I'm not really sure what he's up to. But he, like I said, Orange County Choppers. I never liked any of the bikes they ever put out. And Rick Petco, he likes the old school. well, they call it old school, chopped out, ugly looking bikes to me. So I never really followed him, but he does good quality work. We'll say that.
Oh,
And
apparently American Road Group's down in Orlando too. So
uh,
um, American Road Group. I'm curious. So Orlando Harley Davidson,
yeah,
Orlando Harley Davidson South Laconia, Wildcat Harley, White Mountain Harley, Orlando Harley Davidson at Disney Springs, Orlando International Drive, Pocono Mountain. So that's got to be where he's at, Pocono Mountains.
okay,
Adventure, Rubber City, Mad River, and Rock and Roll City Harley Davidson.
gotcha.
So
Interesting.
I just thought it was pretty cool. I mean, I know he does good work. I'm sure you're going to pay a massive upcharge to do it. But given that he has an affiliation now with Laconia Harley Davidson, I wonder if he'll be doing something at Laconia this year. You know, if they'll have like a little area where he's in there working on bikes and stuff like that. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, that would not surprise me because Laconia, Harley Davidson, they do some pretty cool shit during bike week, so I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, for sure. That's the best. That's the best place up to be up there. I mean, if you're actually wanting to do like motorcycle stuff besides riding, I think being up there and walking through all the vendors, and then that's a good deal or two. They had the I'm drawing a blank on it. The carbon fiber guys, they were right
Carbon
inside last year.
fiber, Hoffman Designs. Come
Hoffman
on.
Designs. Hoffman Designs was right inside Laconia Harley Davidson 2 years ago.
Yep, yep.
So
So yeah, Rip Petco, he's a good dude. And you want to know another good dude that's going to be on our show April 6th? Fucking banker on a Harley. Luke's coming on. And I got to send him out some stickers. He sent me out some stickers. I got to send him some stickers.
for
So
sure. I was just gonna say, I mean, like since you brought it up, so a couple show notes. So we're recording on Friday. This will come out on Tuesday, like it always does. Brian will be on with Banker on a Harley next Sunday. I don't know exactly where I'm going to be yet. I thought I was going to be in South Carolina, but maybe not. So, I mean, if I'm not on there with you and Banker, that's fine. You don't let me talk anyways when we have guests on.
come on. Well, it's because you don't do any
so,
research. You have nothing to say.
listen, I just, Brian, you're just so good. You're just so good. I let you go.
I know. Hey, I get all the comments. Trust me. I know. I get all the.
Yeah, you.
No,
but yeah, so and then I may be back on the 13th. Like they told me today, like, oh no, only till Wednesday, and then like maybe a week and a half. So I may be back on the 13th. So,
right. Well, I mean, don't worry because Luke, he's been going on every other podcast he can think of, so he's going to probably interview me. He's going to be like the podcast host. So
he's going to be like, why do you suck so bad?
Yeah, what kind of he just did a podcast with Chubby Boy Magic Studios, I think it's called. So I think he actually went to a studio and had real microphones and real shit. So I'm like, yeah, listen, look at this. We got iPads and wireless microphones, and yeah, we're living it up over here at the podcast. Yeah, the Ride Life Podcast Studio.
So, listen, I this just makes me think. All right, let's talk podcasts for a second, right? So we're gonna get off of this, and we're gonna go on. We're gonna do the Instagram live, okay? So we talked about some different things or whatever, but I want to hear from the people. Like, should we do a live?
Like, are you talking live on YouTube or Instagram? What do you think?
Like a live YouTube. Like, should we do a live? Like, would people be interested in coming on and interacting with us? Kind of like Doctor does everyone. Once in a while. He does it he does it every week. But I think it'd be pretty cool to just have like every one Sunday a month where we do it live, and then it's up there and get to be a part of it.
That could be cool. So this comes out on Tuesday. So tomorrow, everybody, Dr. Holly's having a cool live. He's having Lucas from Daytona Helmets on. And when I was down in Daytona, it seemed like everybody was rocking a Daytona helmet. So I'm kind of curious what he's got to say. Like, you can get a carbon fiber helmet for $439, modular. And you can get a non-carbon, I think it's $173. And they got some pretty cool colors. They look cool. I wish I was able to try one on when I was down there. I didn't even think about it. When I was doing a little ride with Edwin, we drove right by their headquarters. And didn't even think about stopping in and trying on a helmet.
I know. Listen, they're gonna come on. I'm gonna watch it, and this Simpson Mod Bandit that I wore for like 300 miles is gonna be like, I'm gonna be like, oh, this sucks now.
Yeah, you got screwed. You paid how
I
much for
got
that
screwed.
Simpson?
Yeah, right. Check this thing out. It's half the weight. No, that thing's sick.
Yeah,
Might actually make me wear a helmet now.
I've been wearing. Oh, I got my Bell. I don't know. I think was it Only Baggers? They've been dogging people down in Daytona, like making sure everybody got their uniform update to wear their Simpson helmet, Dixon flannel, and friggin' Vans shoes or something. So
So the good thing about being short like me, right? If I buy a Dixon flannel, it looks like a fucking nightgown on me because it's so long. So
yeah,
I'll never rock that.
yeah, I have a bunch of them, and like none of them fit good. They're either too long, too tall, too short, or I'm too fat, or they're too baggy. So it's like, I used to like flannels. Dixon has killed the flannels. Jesus Christ.
Well, it's just like everything else, right? It's like performance baggers. Like that was all the rage, and now it's dying out. You
Yeah,
know, so it's just like anything. Trends come and go. I'm loving my hoodies. I'm hoodies
yeah.
for life.
Oh yeah, hoodie. Did I tell you today on my little ride? I had a old lady on the back of a bike flip me off today. So
Wow.
like, yeah, I'm coming. Yeah, I'm just doing a little test drive. So I'm coming back up to my road, and I can see in my mirror a bike coming. He's like far behind me, and I don't have any blinkers on the FXR or anything. So I'm just coming up to my road, and I'm kind of like, favoring the left side of the road because I'm going to take a left. And all of a sudden, I see in my mirror this guy is like right on like right next to me, literally right next to me. And I'm like, all right. So I go to the right, and I'm like, what the hell are you doing, dude? And this old lady like flips me off. I'm like, okay, bud.
That is that is serious hell yeah, brother, right
Oh,
there. That's it.
he might have been, it was a hell yeah, brother, and he might have been, you
I'll call him later. We got a club, so I'll talk to him. I'll talk to him later. But no, you see stuff like that too. Like not for nothing. Like if like my wife rides with me or whatever, like she like unless someone really fucking did something, like I probably pull over and be like, don't be flipping people off. We look like idiots. You know what I
yeah.
mean?
I'm just talking about putting down miles. I'm excited to get out on the bike and just
I know.
like I'm really like I know Indian Larry thing is not until the end of the summer. Like I don't want to fast forward through the summer at all, but I'm
I
really
know.
looking forward to that. That's going to be a good time. So make sure you put
But
that September 20th, I think it is.
if I had like really had the bike out and I knew it was like ready to go, like I got to do the fluids and stuff like that. I'm like this tempted to ride down to South Carolina
Yeah, that would be
for
cool.
this training and stuff. But
So
I got I'm going for so long. I got a big ass suitcase. That was the only thing I was trying to figure out, like how
are
much
you
clothes could I pack? And
are you driving down there?
yeah, we're driving.
What do you mean where? Like
We're
you and like
driving. We're driving. So I got me and my buddy Yanzel. Oh, so I started telling that story. So my buddy Yanzel, he ended up taking the job too. So the two of us took the job on Monday,
there
and
you go.
the fucking fleet manager was like, "What the fuck? I can't let you both." She's like, "I can't let you both go on the same day." Like, and so me and him are him and his girlfriend are picking me up. We're going to the airport, picking up a rental, and then we're picking up one other guy in Hartford.
Oh, okay. So
So
y'all
and then we're driving down.
nice. You gotta
They
hang
got
out
us
with
a.
it.
I mean, yeah, I'll probably have to bunk with them, which is fine. We're in a hotel. I don't really care. So we'll hang out. Me and Jens, I'll get along real good. I don't know the other guy at all. So I don't know if he'll want to like hang out or whatever, but we should have a fair amount of free time. We're only supposed to be like 7 to 3.
There you go.
So we should have a fair amount of free time if we want to go around. I don't think Columbia is like the greatest city though. Like I don't know anything about it. I just know it's not like
Yeah, I
it's
mean
the
I've heard of it.
capital.
Yeah, I've heard of it, but I've never been. Yeah, I'm sure you can
Yeah.
get into some trouble.
Yeah, I'm sure I can find some stuff. I'm
You
I'm
got
pretty
you gotta
pretty
bring
laid
your
back these
cue. You
days.
gotta bring your cue stick. Is that what you call
I
it?
thought about it. I really did. I thought about it. Listen, and this is no lie. I googled pool halls in Columbia,
Yeah.
see if I could maybe go get some action down there. And they were like, "Oh, there's these three, and this one's kind of dumpy." And this, I'm like, Yeah, they all sound kind of shitty. So,
Are you good enough at pool to like go and like hustle, like so play a few games like really shitty and like hustle some people and hopefully not get
um,
kicked?
I'm good enough to hustle the right people, not all people.
I've done
Like,
that. I've done that before playing golf.
yeah, I mean, I'm good enough if they're playing straight up, like if they're playing the way they play,
Yeah.
I'll know if I'll be able to beat them or not. You know what I mean? But
Oh.
like, I'm not good enough to go in and try to hustle a hustler. Do you know what I'm saying? Like where they're intentionally shooting bad, and we're both beating the ball around, and then all of a sudden they're really, really like phenomenal. Because there are some people that play in pool halls like that are flat out nasty. I like these guys that go to like these tournaments and then just go in the money room and play for money. It's insane.
That's like the old saying is like everybody thinks they're a hustler until the hustler shows up.
There was a guy in Pennsylvania. They had a 7-foot table, bar box tables, $20 to play him.
Yep.
And if you beat them, then you got the table, and then people are paying $20 to play you.
Yep.
And we're all watching. I'm like, this guy, how does this guy keep fucking beating everybody? He just keeps beating everybody. And you're like, he kind of fucking blows. But he would win every time. And he was just fucking hustling. He made it look like he knew how to play, that he looked like he could be beat.
Yeah. And
20
then
after 20 after 20 after 20. I think his girlfriend was taking the money. I don't know if his girlfriend or his wife was taking the money. And I mean, he had to walk out of there with $3,000.
Jesus. So he was there for a while.
Yeah. And then there's the guys that are in there playing like for a couple thousand a match,
Jeez.
and then there were guys playing for like big money, like 15K.
Really?
Like crazy. Yeah.
That's intense. That's like that that must intensify. Like playing golf, like if I play like say I play $20 a hole, right? And you're getting down to the end and you're like you're either up a bunch or you're down a bunch. That will make you a little nervous, you got
Oh yeah.
you're not
Well, and
playing
these guys are like, so like they come in like in crews, right? So they got crews of people, and they go out and they'll find other people, and then they'll back each other. They'll be like, oh yeah, we'll play for $2,000, and they play like the more money they play for, like the more games they'll play. So like say it's like big, like they're gonna play $5,000. They'll do like a race. They'll do like a race to 7, let's say, and it's a best of 3. So like do a race to 7, and then every time you win 7 first, then it's like 1. You know what I mean? So they'll play 40 racks of pool, but they'll walk away with $5,000.
Jeez.
And they back each other. So they'll be like, this guy's like, hey, I got 1,000, you got this on me, and they it's pretty cool to watch.
Yeah, I bet. I mean, I'm sure watching a good pool player is like watching a good golf player. It's
Oh, for
pretty fun to
sure.
watch.
I watch a billiards TV every night before I go to bed. It's pretty cool.
That's I don't know about. Hold on, I'm putting on Instagram. I'm putting a live. I mean, not a live. I'm putting a thing that says going live in 10 minutes. What's your over under? What do you think we'll have in here for the live? 3 people? 2, 3, 4?
15. I got
15
15.
people? No way.
All right, maybe not. Maybe like 8.
All right, I don't even know. That's I just got a response from I don't even know how to say it. It's XAN Biker. He'll be there.
Maybe Zandbiker.
Xan Biker, yeah, but he'll be there. So we got 1. So oh boy, and I bet you Jack will be there.
Yeah.
HDAV Travel will be there. So we got 2. Who else? Who else will be there? You think?
I don't know.
I don't know, but I just saw Jess Rips. She's
Yeah.
she's like riding to Vegas right now. She like puts us to shame. But
Yeah, she's going to Arizona Bike Week, right?
Yeah, well, she's going to Vegas first to get married.
Oh, they're getting married? Good for her.
Yeah, Jess Rips is marrying Russ Rips. I wonder if that was his idea. Like, oh, let me jump off your Instagram name, and I'm going to be Russ Rips. You're Jess Rips and I'm Russ Rips.
So her bike's really well known now. Like it's everywhere. Like even if you don't know whose bike it is, you can see it all the time.
Yeah.
And it's cool and it is. And it's definitely like the performance bagger, you know what I mean? But props to her, man. She rides a ton.
Oh, hell yeah.
She rides a ton.
Good for her. I envy her. She's going to Arizona Bike Week. She was at Daytona. She'll be at Sturgis. She's living it up. She's living the life that I should be living. I don't work.
Yeah, for sure. Well,
What the hell's going on here?
she's got two things that you don't, and more free time. And
What are the two? I mean, besides, are you talking breast? Wait, two things what?
listen, look, let's just call it like it is.
Yeah, I know.
Motorcycling is a male-dominated world. So you get a good-looking woman on a bike, posting on Instagram.
Good-looking bike, a cool-ass bike.
Yeah, and it's just like that's what it's all about.
Yep.
And people will follow, and then you monetize it. And I don't know what she does in her personal life. For all I know, she works like a killer 9 to 5 and breaks her back. I don't know anything about her at all.
I think she's a real estate agent. I don't.
Yeah.
For some reason, I think she has a YouTube videos I've watched. I think she's a real estate agent, but whatever. She's doing great. Good for her.
Yeah, and if I sound like I'm being negative, I don't mean it to come across that way at all. There's a tinge of jealousy.
Well, no. So they don't know you. I've known you for 40 years. You kind of a negative person. You can.
Yeah, I'm kind of a douchebag.
Yeah, and so you've always been that way, and I learned to accept it. Whatever.
But no, like for real, and that's the kind of like you need something. You need something if you really want to grow. Like we do this podcast for fun. We talk about it all the time. We want to grow. We want to get bigger, but we don't want to do it because we're not trying to do it to get rich or make money. I'd like to make enough money to give back, like to do a lot of giveaways. I would love to do that. Just turn around and give it right back. But the reality of it is you got to have something to make something. And she's got a killer bike.
Yeah.
And she's an attractive woman. And it's a deadly combo for a male-oriented world. Like she's got a bazillion followers.
Oh yeah. Like Luke just went on a road trip, and nobody cares about that. They all want to see Jess Rips going across the country. They don't care about Luke riding a street glide with heated grips. Oh yeah, Luke. I listened to your last podcast.
With heated grips. He said with heated grips.
Yeah. It's CVO. Yeah, those type.
Yeah.
Sorry, Edwin.
Edwin doesn't like when we talk shit on CVOs. And that's another thing. It's just because I'm jealous. It has nothing to do with anything other than that.
Jim is a negative person. I'm the positive, happy-go-lucky, whatever. But, all right, whatever, Jim. Let's
all right. We got to wrap this up, man. It's 8:29.
Let's get off this. We're gonna go jump on the Instagram Live. Hopefully, we'll see some over there. If you don't make it on the Instagram, you listen to it right now, and you're going to find out who wins. No, you're not, because we're not going to talk about it on the podcast. Huh. Go on the Instagram. Go Ride Life Podcast on Instagram. Find out who won. It could be you.
Yep. And this episode will be up on our YouTube, the Ride Life Podcast on YouTube. And we'll talk about it the next time anyways, just in case somebody missed it.
I got this list here. We got over 100 entries. We killed it.
Killed it.
Yeah, no. All right, Jim.
All right, man. I'll wait for the invite.
Yeah. See you next Tuesday.
See you next Tuesday.